That's what I was afraid of. That even if cognitively I would know that there is value in life, my shattered state would make me indifferent to it. Nobody can predict how someone will respond in a dire circumstance until it really occurs to them. I aspire to find a companion who will enable me to keep taking on the world. It's not a case of you helped me, I helped you. Since I'm not the apparent villain, if I'm guilty, I'm the one to dread most. What part do I play in society? Now that everyone has labeled me, who am I? I turn to reading to keep my mind active and give my life meaning. You can no longer hold ourselves responsible for our own misfortune. Being referred to by certain names in the media is one thing, but having to defend your life in court while being called names of the devil is quite another. That is what some individuals do for a living. The evidence that the prosecution has alleged is against me has been established less and less as this case has gone on. Everybody handles tragedy in a different manner. I was asked questions. No one unmarked will ever comprehend that I am a marked person. My case and other women's lives were directly impacted by our long history of abusing women's bodies in silence. I want my humanity to be given another chance, and all that's occurred is conjecture has been used to fill in these gaps. They did as though my responses were incorrect. Since I was unable to get British or American headlines from my jail cell in Perugia, I was unaware of a great deal of what was being said about me in the public sphere. #MeToo did a great job of stating that women's experiences do count. It's very unsettling. It is not a game of tug-of-war in politics. During a period when my family had already depleted their retirement funds and obtained second mortgages, we were appreciative of any supporters, including Trump, who contributed to my legal defense and asserted my innocence. I believe that since I am a white woman, my case was overly sensationalized. During my time as a student, I began reading and really appreciated Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in Italian. I have a lot of respect for life, and I really believe that you can always find positive things to come out of a difficult circumstance. I'm not even sure where I belong anymore, but I knew that I was being referred to as Foxy Noxy, a man-eater, and a succubus in the courtroom. I refrained from confessing. Assailing women's sexuality is a useful tactic for dehumanizing them. I'm either you or I'm a sociopath, dressed like a sheep, and I would never get to visit my family if I didn't. I will not be returning to Italy voluntarily. I strongly oppose antidepressants. You're famous, everyone tells me. I'm not Angelina Jolie. I respond. I'm not interested in getting married just to get married. There are those who think I'm innocent and others who think I'm guilty. These days, I'm afraid of things that ordinary people are afraid of. Failing, not being clever, powerful, or kind enough. I'm usually early for everything, and I always have a book to read on the bus. I'm trying to step it up in my self-defense lessons. They informed me that my memory was incorrect and that I needed to recollect things properly. No matter what you're going through, there's always something you can do to feel good about your life. I don't believe it will assist to fool my brain into seeing things differently. I never thought I would get a conviction. I believe that a lot of imagination was projected onto me, which led to a reclaiming and redefining of who I am. I've been in a situation when I felt like everything I had ever wanted in life had been taken away from me, and I had to decide what really important. You may see me as a very motivated, positive person when you first meet and spend time with me. I was forced to grow up behind bars for a crime I did not commit. I acknowledge that I haven't always been clear and that my obstinate naivete led to uncertainty for far too long. It feels a lot like leading two lives. I'm in a state of flux where there is a real me and there is Foxy Noxy, an idea of a person. I have to balance how people interact with me based on that two-dimensional version of myself that has been in the public eye for a long time. Prior to Italy, my life was content. I would rather be well known for something I created, accomplished, or made. My conviction left me inconsolable. My issue is not with the chemicals in my brain, but with reality. I'll have to be apprehended and dragged back into a jail I don't deserve to be in, kicking and screaming. The happy relief I felt upon my book's release was, to be honest, fleeting. It is amusement at the expense of human existence. Though it may seem odd, that's just who I am. I now take things more seriously, which has to do with having a certain viewpoint and being appreciative of my ability to see their significance. I was informed that writing my book and then going missing would probably be my best case scenario. You may be taken advantage of by others. I don't seem like a hurt person at all. Stereotypes that were misogynistic and two-dimensional cost me years of my life in jail. Nevertheless, if I am innocent, then everyone is at risk, and that is everyone's worst fear. Humans lose dignity and honesty when we name them and reduce them to a sensational headline. There's no middle ground, and everything has a certain gravitas because of that. And it's something that I kind of carry inside me like a nice weight.